Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the young one of the crew. I don't hold political office, never have, but I intend to work very hard for your vote on March 12th. Since I'm the young one of the crew, I'll tell you a little bit about me. I am an educator. I'm an accountant who understands budgeting, can understand how effective a budget should be or how efficient it should be. I am a radio personality, social media personality. I am a philanthropist. So I do a lot of work over the past 30 years without elected office. I spend a lot of my time and collaborate with many businesses and entities to bring people together for empowerment and to better communities and persons. And I give you an example. In 2018, I brought 64 educators from the Caribbean to join with over 120 educators here in the South, in Broward County, right here in Miramar, to help students, teachers, to help students who have traveled from the Caribbean to come here. There are 14,000 of them inside Broward County, and some of them are left behind because their tongue is different, or they're sitting at the back of the classes. So we bring these teachers, these educators together so they can help to empower these kids, show them that they have a worth. So in my effort over 30 years, that's what I do. This coming year, Broward College saw what we did in Miramar last year, and they asked me, can we do this at Broward College this year? So the same conference is being moved from Miramar this year into Broward College North, where we'll have over 200 Caribbean teachers meet over 200 teachers from Broward County. So I'm collaborating with Broward Schools, Broward College, ministries in the Caribbean, and members of the diaspora to bring these educators together. That's the kind of work that I do in terms of charity and empowerment. I am also a business owner. I've owned 2 restaurants, very successful restaurants over the years, and I've owned 2 successful insurance agencies. One, a State Farm agency, and I currently own an Allstate agency. Very successful. I haven't been into my office in about 3 weeks because my manager is doing such a good job. He's doing better than me. But I tell you this because I wanted to have some reference about who I am before I tell you about what I'd like to do with you. Right? So remember, I'm an insurance person who understands people's needs, people's personal needs. If your husband or your wife should pass away, I'm that guy who, I can't replace your husband, but I can certainly bring you something that will at least make you feel like you have hope of continuing your life. That's what I do. Ladies and gentlemen, in order for me or anyone to be a commissioner, there are 5 different sectors or segments of this community that need to be met. 1, you as a resident, your individual, your home. We must be looking at your home. Your community, the HOAs, and the ones that are not HOAs. The city. And we also must look at international relations. So those are 5 different areas which you're, as a commissioner, I believe that you should be responsible for. And in doing so, I have gone around since last year, April. I must have met 5,000 of you personally, because I'm either in front of publics, or in front of Presidente, or walking and knocking on your doors. And the big thing that most of you have said is that our taxes went up. In the past 3 months, our taxes went up. Taxes are rising. Why is that? Rising because we as a city could not balance our budget without an increase in taxes. We could not do that. So we had to raise taxes in order to balance the budget. And the budget must be balanced or we're not running a city. Right? And so we increased taxes this year, 2019, for this 1 year to balance the budget. What do you think is going to happen next year again? Yes, it may go up again. They're going to ask for more because there are more expenses. And one thing that I know for sure, that most of us who get into elected office are very conscious of the budget, the expenditure. There's one side that's called the expenses and the other side that's called revenue that most of us don't take a look at. So we know how to spend the dollars that are there. We know how to put programs into place that will make us look good at the end of the day. Yes, I did this for you. But the most difficult thing for us to do as individuals is to find the revenue, find programs that will increase revenue so that your taxes will not increase. That's the most difficult thing to do, because on the expense side, we can spend that dollar all day long because it's there to be spent. And when we run out, we raise taxes again. That's what happens. And so what I'm here this evening to help you to understand, that I am not here just to spend the tax dollars that you work so hard for. I am here to help you to think about other areas in which we can increase revenue so that your taxes are either reduced or kept low. So here are some of the thoughts that have gone through my mind. And I've talked to many people. You see that off-ramp on the turnpike? When we come off that off-ramp, we're looking at farmland. Someone owned those properties, and it's a farmland. So here goes. I believe that we have over 500,000 cars that pass that place every day. About 500,000. And I believe that those cars either go to Pembroke Pines or Miami Gardens or West Park or wherever, right? But it's very busy. Think about a city that when you get off of that turnpike, you're looking at a metropolis going into the city. We need to do some more articulation to get it there. Think also about East Miramar. We don't have a theater, do we? We don't have a theater on West Miramar either. But we can take Regional Park and turn it into a drive-in theater. When I walk on the street every day, I only see people my age and above. The persons who are 20 to 45 are not on the streets because they're going to shop somewhere else. We are losing tax dollars inside our own cities because we are going next door to pay, to shop, and to eat, and to do all of these things. So we need to keep our dollars inside here so that we can take some of the pressure off of our budget. That's what we need to do. We also need to have a place. All of you here have fruits and vegetables and flowers in the backyard. Look at Shirley Branca Park. We can create that lessen that division of culture by having people bring their mangoes and their orange and their callaloo and their ackee and bring it to Shirley Branca Park on a Saturday morning and open up some culture there. We can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we can create income. The theater is income. The cultural diversity is income. If we put 10 restaurants that are medium-sized restaurants, we have nowhere to eat. We're going to Cheesecake Factory and Brio and everything over there. We don't have anything here. Why? So I want to bring that here with the help of the community and the commission. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking you to vote for me on March 12th.
And so, Mr. Gilling, I would like to maybe give you a moment to address that. So the question is specifically to historic Miramar. What are your plans toward, or what are your ideas toward development in that area of our city?
Historic Miramar has our major and vast culture of people from various countries, including America. And you know, every time I go out, I see where you know, if it's Bahamian do this. If it's Bajan do this. If it's Haitians do this. Jamaicans do this. And there's nothing at all to bring us together as a people. And so that idea that I expressed earlier about bringing a fresh food market give us a chance to come together, don't it? And also create an economics in a way, create cultural exchange. I also want to see us as a community create a place where food, music, art, culture can be exchanged. And I pointed out Shirley Branca Park because it has a band shelter, right? And I see where we can have persons from the various communities come out on a Saturday morning, some playing their guitar, some doing poetry, some doing music. It's a place where we can establish what our culture looks like. And listen, we have many parks over there. Here is another way how we can create new revenue. The parks, we don't have Wi-Fi in the parks. If you've been to an airport and you go onto the airport's Wi-Fi, the first thing that opens up is a business advertising. That's a lot of millions of dollars that the airport is getting. If we have our many parks, not just on East Miramar, but on West Miramar, and also our buildings like this, advertise on the Wi-Fi. Give us Wi-Fi. Give us access to Wi-Fi. Millions of dollars coming in. Millions of dollars. So my effort is to bring culture together through arts and culture and food inside not just any one culture, but all the various cultures coming together to share and to be a part of oneness in Miramar.